สวัสดีค่ะ Good morning and welcome to Morning Thailand. I'm Wanasorn Kereohong.
And I'm Palada Muangsiri.
Now, of course, welcome Kun Palada to our show. Kun Palada has been, actually, we have been co-workers for quite some time, but now we've got an opportunity to work together once again. Let's start with good news this morning.
Okay.
Of course, yesterday there has been a report once again related to His Holiness, the Supreme Patriarch that has just passed away. They say that the report talked about Pope Francis, another very important religious figures in the world, for especially a lot of Christians are actually looking up to them just the same as we to him, just the same as we looked up to the Supreme Patriarch in all the Buddhists and such. They say that yesterday there has been a report that Pope Francis has sent, just like the Dalai Lama the other day, a letter of condolences regarding the passed away of His Holiness. And the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Thailand actually on November the 8th made public that Pope Francis to release the message from Pope Francis himself in regarding of the passing away of the Supreme Patriarch. And they say that at this point there are various activities taking place at Wat Bawar Niwet Vihan Temple, like I have mentioned, including a lot of the keepsakes, the funeral keepsakes that were handed out to a lot of the people that pay respect to the late Supreme Patriarch. They say that booklets of His Holiness sermons as well as CD of Dharma songs are handed out daily. So if you would like to pay respect, make sure that you receive those keepsakes as well, because it will become one of the most valuable items for a lot of people. Because don't forget, His Supreme Patriarch, His Holiness, considered to be the oldest Supreme Patriarch yet, because he just celebrated his 100th year anniversary for his birthday on October the 3rd, and unfortunately he passed away 21 days later. Mm-hmm. So at this point, various activity, we still encourage you, even though you're not Buddhist, you can still pay respect to, or at least go into the exhibition around the Wat Bawar Niwet Vihan Temple and get a chance to perhaps a little glimpse to what Thai culture is like, especially the Buddhism in Thailand, because Buddhism is quite different in various countries around the world.
I think most of the temples at least will also be joining in as well in terms of having the activities at the temples themselves as well, especially for the passing and also the very sad news, of course. And I believe we can move on now to the next news we have here. And this is actually a discovery that we have coming from the Fine Arts Department, that they have mentioned about the ancient firearms actually that have been discovered, and this was around the front palace of the Put Thai Sawan Throne Hall. And apart from that, they also say that there were at least 8 of these big cannons, along with ammunition.
And with ammunition, yes. I don't think it's going to work anymore though.
Well, hopefully it's not going to, but yeah, it was found in the particular areas there, and the archaeologists have actually found that this particular site was used, or it used to be an army barracks during the reign of King Pin Klao. Now, apart from that, at the moment, the ancient cannons here have already been registered as the items for the conservation, and they will be kept at the National Museum in the Phra Nakhon district. Now, apart from that, they say that the discovery here was made since Tuesday. And they say that the firearms and ammunition, they were found outside of the building's perimeter. They had the hand cannons, each about 75 to 100 centimeters long, with a barrel of 10 to 15 centimeters in diameter. And it's possibly fired metal balls, or the ammunition, like I said. And yeah, so that's basically the gist of the particular update there. But I think, it's always these discoveries that make it a little bit unique to go to the news, making it to the headlines, I guess.
Right. And plus, don't forget that these artifacts would probably be a little bit more useful for us in terms of getting into the culture itself and what did they do back in the old days and
that's
such.
right,
So
right.
it will be interesting sight to see.
Okay.
Okay, very quickly moving on to another interesting news, Kun Palada. We have heard before about, we have this term, gig in Thailand, which seems to arise of late, right? Like in
Yeah.
the past, at least, I would say a decade, maybe not that long, but still 5, 6, 7 years. This particular term was used for someone, not exactly your mistress. I would say that it's got a little bit less importance than mistress.
Okay, so
because
could we say it's kind of like a secret affair, but not as,
exactly, but not
as serious?
exactly.
right?
That's the thing. If you say someone is your gig, that means that you're not serious about that at all. It's almost like a little fling and such. Anyway, this one is the fling gone bad. In this particular case, there has been a report of a shooting. One person was shot dead 6 times in the back and 2 on the chest. And this is actually happened in Bang Bon area. As you can see there, the police is actually pointed out to the bullet holes in the pickup truck itself. They say that the incident took place in front of the Union Label company in Bang Bon area, and there were 12 of the shells lying around, and the person that passed away, the victim, is Kun Pichet Kimha, age 39. Around the area is a woman just pretty much frantically crying, Kun Naviya Dilokwan, age 42. She told the police that her husband, Pricha Pon Pitak, is the one responsible for this particular murder. She said that her relationship with the person, the victim, Kun Pichet, was that 3 years ago they got pretty close. So it has been one of those on and off relationship and such. So Kun Pricha, her husband, is pretty much well aware of the case and not exactly very happy with whatever happened. So apart from that, she said that of late, it seems like her husband has been quite abusive due to the fact that he's extremely jealous of this friend. So she said that the friend, obviously the victim, is really upset as well because he doesn't want her to get hurt. So there's a lot of argument, a lot of pushing here and there. But on this particular day, yesterday, she said that she called the victim to talk about the business that they have together because they are business partners as well. However, as she was waiting for him, she saw her husband rode a motorcycle pass by, and she tried to contact the victim saying that not to come in. But the victim did not pick up the phone, and the next thing she knows is she heard the gunshot, and it turns out that her husband just frantically shot the victim. And she said that afterward he jumped into his Mercedes Benz and yelled out that he would rather be in prison than actually got his dignity tarnished. So it was one of those
Pride's kind of thing, right?
Exactly. He's like, he doesn't want his pride to be tarnished. And he said that, she said that she tried to send the victim to the Bang Pakok 8 hospital, asking some good Samaritans around the area. But it turns out he succumbed to the wound, so he passed away.
Okay, well, very sad incident indeed. But moving away from that case now, let's take a look at another case here that occurred. And this is actually quite unfortunate for a grandmother-in-law in particular, because, saying that she's a grandmother, assumingly she has been raising her kids, her grandkids, and everyone, and they're supposed to be very loving and etc. But in this case, she was very sad to find out that her safe was broken into. Her valuables were stolen, and to make it even worse, it turns out there was someone in the family that actually broke into her own safe. Now, she basically already filed the complaint with the police, and she said that the so-called thief has got away with at least 2 million baht worth of her goods.
Whoa.
2 million baht, that's right. And there were 50 baht gold weight that was missing, 9 diamond rings and cash. And there was only around 100,000 baht in cash that was left. And it was because it was on maybe another second drawer that maybe the thief, was in a hurry and didn't have time or whatnot. Now, apart from that, in details, the grandmother-in-law, why I say in-law, it's because it turns out that during the time that the police came to her house and they were checking, investigating for some fingerprints, and of course they had to ask everyone in the house to, get their fingerprints given to the police.
Oh.
And it turns out that one of the grandson-in-law just got up and started to run away.
Yeah, that's not suspicious
That's
at
not
all.
suspicious, I guess not. And all the family members, of course, they were trying very hard to capture him, but he was really fast, and he got away.
Right.
So, of course, obviously, he was the one who took all of the grandmother-in-law's belongings and goods there. And the police say that they believe that he is still in the hiding in Ang Thong province, and it should be around maybe 3 days, for them to try to track him down and eventually capture him.
Oh,
now,
good.
just to mention, if you're wondering why it was possible that it was a safe and it was broken into.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, the grandmother said that she didn't actually set the combination to the safe because she was afraid that she was going to forget it.
Oh my God! So technically,
instead,
it's a box.
It's kind of like a box, but she did have a key and a lock to it. But the thing is, the key was under her pillow.
Ah,
It wasn't
so
really
he
that
knew.
hard to find. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
So,
goodness me.
yeah, so I guess there you go. She's with her 14-inch wide safe, as you can see. And
Disheartening news, really.
right, I totally agree. I mean, even herself, she said that she raised everyone, not raised everyone, but she's a very hardworking grandmother as well. 67 years old already, like I said, and yeah, it's just a particular sad case. And I didn't mention where it is yet, did I? It's in the Ayutthaya province, by the way. So there you have it.
All right. Now let's end this break at least with some interesting news. If you are in social network yesterday or for the past few days, you have seen quite a bit of this new application is actually coming in from China. They say that this particular application, I don't even know if I'm going to pronounce this right, 红慢相机. And they say that this particular application is actually on the App Store right now, free for download, and it was done by High Talk Software Company. This particular company, what it does is this particular application is create an image of you. You can put your face, well, your eyes, your nose, and your lips on a cartoon characters, and it's the drawing.
Okay.
So you put that right onto it, and
it looks like a drawing. Okay.
So that's you.
That's me.
Exactly. So it's quite cute, right? It's quite creative. They say that on social network, especially since the 25th, it became this.
That's
you know,
Kunfai, right?
Kunfai, exactly.
I
Kunbo.
see.
Now, of course, that's cute, Kunfai. Oh,
Check
yes,
out that.
Golf, of course. They say that there are more than 90% of Thai people actually using this application and set the picture, and that's Kunchain, as their profile pictures on the Facebook. And so if you've seen quite a bit of it, you can actually search for it. I'm not even sure how to,
You know what? I think,
how do you spell it?
I think when you search on the App Store.
You did that already, didn't you?
You know what? Okay, I'm going to tell you. It wasn't me. My mom was asking me.
Right.
My mom was saying, what is going on with this sketchy
Oh,
kind
so
of
she
thing?
wants one.
Because she also has Facebook, right? I'm sure lots of parents nowadays have Facebook as well. And she was asking, what is this? So, how am I supposed to get one? I also want a picture.
Right.
And it turns out that all you have to type down in the App Store, for those of you using Apple, is High Talk.
High Talk.
Yes.
Oh, the name of the company.
So you type in High Talk, and I think under that, below that, there's going to be another that says software, High Talk software or something.
All right.
And then you just click into that one, and you're going to see the icon that turns out to be this sketch.
And it was
kind of
launched on the 25th. just on the 25th, and it's already became like one of the most downloaded applications. So, just something fun for you this morning. After the show, you can try that on. All right, let's go for a short break, because when we come back, we have a lot more updates, especially in terms of you have the Kun Jakrit, the Olympic shooters case, a little bit more update. And I have updates on the para-rubber prize farmer protesting. And it seems like it's getting quite a bit serious because they found a dynamite that was planted. So please stay tuned.